Alright, just waiting. Alright. Okay, I think everything is working. Right. Right, everything is working? I think so. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Hi everyone, my name is DTD, and welcome back to Vincent, The Secret of Myers, Part 2. Last time we played this game was like 2 days ago. I enjoyed the game, it's pretty good so far. I really like the story and all that. So today we're just going to pick up off right where we last left off. If you noticed, I added a little bit of a thingy in the corner explaining that I can't see the chat, and also donations don't work yet, but they will eventually. So if you do want to donate, you know, you can eventually. I'm not asking that you donate. It's not a necessary thing. If you want to, great. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't really care. But yeah, so without further ado, let's just dive right back into the game. Let me think. What was his voice? It was just a normal voice. Right, it is. Looks like you're more interested in Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I wanted to go for, you know, Victor, but whatever. From the information we've gathered so far, Vincent seems to be more closely involved in the G4 cyborg incident. I believe investigating the legal department will give us the answers we want. I see. I'll have to agree. What the heck? Hey, Draco! Where'd he go? Just as Draco and I reached an agreement, the intercom in the Myers lobby went off without warning. Hello? Welcome to Myers Corporation! As the #1 trusted source for mechanical prosthetics, we defy global standards and create a first class corporate image. Design, create, enhance Myers Corporation. Please enjoy your stay and visit and have a wonderful, painful day. What? Thumpings. Jump scare? I'm gonna get jump scared, aren't I? From the far end of the employee passed away, in the distance, comes a heart-rending howl. Impossible. What have they done to him? Draco's face suddenly became very serious. They, to him... Draco, what's going on? There's no time to explain, Dia. Go, now! Wait a minute! Draco! Before I could finish, Draco pushed me to the right room of the lobby and then punched a button on the front desk. Draco! Dia, don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to know who you are? Then go. If your life ends here and now, all your efforts will be in vain. But what about you? I don't know. I'm just a butler. Please don't worry about me. I'll try my best to hold him back. Oh wait, sad music? No, Draco, no! But... Dia, like you, I'm a person without a past. It wasn't that long ago that my life could only be described as empty, monotonous, and boring. But the arrival of this one person changed everything around me. She helped me break free from the blank world and made me realize that nothing is more important than the present. Sorry, music's too epic. Yeah, we'll go for that. She is very important to me. I can't lose her a second time. Draco, do we know each other? In response to my question, Draco smiled. My name is Draco Edgeworth. It is my pleasure to meet you, Lady Dia. So you're Vincent's brother? No! Draco! No! Draco! Only silence answered my cries. Oh well. We didn't know him that long. It wasn't too heartbreaking. Chapter 2. The End. Okay. Draco Edgeworth. From the first moment I saw him, I thought he somehow looked very similar to Vincent. But I had no idea that Vincent and him were really related by blood. Are they brothers? But what kind of person would make his own brother a butler? Dia, like you, I'm a person without a past. It wasn't that long ago that my life could only be described as empty, monotonous, and boring. But the arrival of this one person changed everything around me. She helped me break free from the blank world and made me realize that nothing is more important than the present. She is very important to me. I can't lose her a second time. So what, did we date or something? Draco, what exactly did all that mean? I don't know. Not even going to pretend I know. Oh well. Draco! Hits her head against the door. I bang on the gate again and again, but there was no response. Dang it! This can't be it! There has to be a way. I groped along the nearby walls, but didn't find any switch to reopen the gate. Draco. I felt disheartened at how powerless I was. How he was right there, yet I couldn't help him. What the hell? Why is the gate locked? Eh? Who? Suddenly, I was taken back by the appearance of an odd-looking person from the other side of the room. Before I could say anything, she ran around me and rushed to the gate. Hey! Hey! Let me out! She was yelling and banging as if she was completely unaware of my presence. Hey! Hey! Can you hear me? Hey! After carrying on for a while but earning no response, she finally decided to give up. Huh! Huh! She was breathing heavily when she turned around, staring straight at me with her bright, burning eyes. Huh? Was it you? Were you the one who locked me in here? She demanded. Crap, I may be in trouble. Gasp! Just when I thought I had to come up with a plan to deal with her, her face looked as if she suddenly realized something. Her eyes were still focused on me, but this time she was looking me up and down. Huh? Have we met before? She suddenly asked. Ah! What did she just say? Her very surprising comment left me speechless for a moment. It was not something I expected to hear from her. Calm down, calm down. This is critical. I can't miss my chance. In other words, I might be able to learn something about my past from her, but I need to be careful. I don't have any idea whether she's a friend or foe yet, and judging from how she acted, it seems that she's only a casual acquaintance with me as well. It may or may not be the best idea to just start throwing questions at her about myself. More importantly, if I expose the fact that I lost my memory, things may only work against me. So the safest strategy right now would be to get information out of her in a less straightforward way. Oh, hi! It's been a while. do you still remember me? I tried my best to stay calm and greeted her. She looked all over me again, and then her eyes rested on my face. You do seem kind of familiar. Let's see. Oh, hey, detective! She suddenly exclaimed with excitement. I remember now. I knew it. You were the one with that famous lawyer last time. As was expected of me, Zamanella. Zamanella. I knew we've met before. Zamona. Zamona? Is that her name? But more importantly, did she just say I'm a detective? My brain felt as if it couldn't handle all the information I just received at once. You received one thing. I never thought I would be a cop. You're not a cop. You're a detective. Was I involved in a case? Did something happen during my investigation that caused me to lose my memories? But wait a minute. She mentioned that I was with a famous lawyer. Could she possibly be referring to... But, detective... Zamona's voice interrupted my thoughts and dragged my mind back to reality. I'm curious, what brought you back to Myers Corporation this time? Back to Myers. Think. I need to come up with an answer. If I were a cop, there would be only one explanation for coming back here. I'm here to investigate the case of missing citizens over recent years and the truth behind the G4 cyborg incident. Huh? Again? My gosh, the G4 incident bureau is as useless as ever. Detective, then it looks like your last investigation with that lawyer didn't go so well. Why didn't you bring him along this time? The famous lawyer. Are you by any chance referring to Mr. Vincent Edgeworth? Of course. Who else can it be? So it seemed that my speculation was correct. Vincent and I had indeed met before. And following this logic, it would make sense that I've met Draco as well. If that's the case, why would Vincent hide everything from me and pretend that he didn't know me? I suddenly remembered about the cyborg I saw at the mansion and how Vincent and Victor refused to explain anything about it. Myers had got bankrupt years ago, but it's clear that someone is still using the abandoned site for some kind of experiments. Draco told me Myers Corporation had become a secret underground organization after that huge incident. But even if that's true, how can it explain the cyborg in Vincent's mansion? Could it be that, as a detective, I was actually investigating Vincent and not Myers Corporation? If we go with that explanation, Vincent is most likely the person behind my memory loss. The more I thought about it, the more worried I became. But that's something that has especially been bothering me. If you had asked me what kind of person Vincent was, I would have answered noble, elegant, and mysterious. His words, while extruding charm, could make you feel very uneasy at the same time. Is he someone we should be suspicious of? Of course, there's no doubt about it. Knowing Winston was innocent, he single-handedly succeeded in proving that the entire experiment was the work of a single employee. How scary is this man for him to be able to do something like that? Nonetheless, when I met him at the mansion, I felt like there was a subtle connection between us I couldn't explain. I'm well aware I've lost all my memories. I have no idea about our past and have no reason to draw such conclusions. But this feeling was particularly strong. It was as if the part of my brain that stored memories had disappeared, but the part that stored emotions was still intact. I have to learn about Vincent's past. It is vital for me to know. Zamona, did you just come from the legal department?
Huh?
Huh? Yeah. Are you preparing? Are you planning to go there? Yeah. Can you take me there? It's simple. Just go through the door right there, and you will reach the legal department. Ugh. However, hee hee hee. She pulled out a card from her pocket. Only by swiping this key card can you unlock this door. How did you get that? No comment, Miss Detective. You know, I haven't even dealt with you for locking us in here. But considering you're from the G4 Investigation Bureau, I can make a deal with you. Just like last time, you do me a favor, and I'll do you a favor. How's that? Last time? Really? Have you forgotten already? Last time you did me a favor. In exchange, I told you some secrets about Myers Corporation. Let's do the same this time. The truth is, I accidentally lost one of my belongings here. If you can help me find it, then I'll give you this key card as a reward. Okay. Before I agree to anything, tell me, what exactly have you lost? Oh, a round spherical object. Bruh. Hey, what's that look all about? I know, it does sound kind of vague. But trust me, the moment you see it, you'll instantly realize, aha, this must be what Zamona was looking for. This time, I'll take your word for it. And this thing is something you did indeed lose. Shh. Stop asking so many questions. We're making a deal here. We're making a deal here, not playing 20 questions, all right? What? Don't you want the key card? Huh? All right. Then are you sure you left the spherical object in this lab? No doubt about it. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in this lab. Okay. Draco told me both sides of the lobby would eventually lead us to the basement, where the secret chamber of the G4 cyborg incident is located. In other words, not only will I be able to find a lot of clues there, but I also could get out of this place through the other side of the Myers lobby. At this moment, still nothing could be heard from the other side of the gate. I don't know what happened to Draco. Would I ever get to see him again? Anyway, it's time for us to search for that spherical object. Objective: find Zamona's object. There's Zamona. Well, I can't enter there. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. Did we just loop? Well, that's spherical. Contemporary art is really getting more and more pretentious. Detective, what do you think these 4 art pieces mean? I think it's some kind of device. Some kind of device? Look here. There are 2 buttons under each piece. Oh, let me try pressing one of them. Eh? The color of the art has changed. Then what about pressing the other one? The shape changed this time. I understand now. I think we're supposed to match each shape with a corresponding color. It's not that difficult. We just need to try all the combinations. We should be able to find the right answer. No, it's not as simple as that. Eh? We can change the shape of each art, but we can also change their colors. What it means is that not only do we need to match each shape with the color that it corresponds to, we also need to find a specific order of the art piece, perhaps by colors. Indeed, if that's the case, then there will be a lot more possible answers. Correct. It'll also be very impractical to just try each of them one by one. What is this? A robotic arm. Huh? Is that? A key! It's holding a key! Collected item. A key. Okay. A robotic arm. Nothing special about it. Robotic arm. Nothing special about it. A robotic arm. Nothing special about it. Alright, we got ourselves a key. The door to the legal department. I need to find Zamona's item first. The truth is, I've lost a lot. Yeah, if you can help me find it, yeah. The gate that connects Myers' lobby and the lab. I came in here from the other side. I can't hear anything from the other side. I don't know what has happened to Draco. Zamona, is there really no way to open the gate from here? Huh? Why didn't you find it for me then? As far as I know, only the front desk can control the gates on either side of the lobby. It's a feature of the Myers security system. With all due respect, the security system doesn't make much sense to me. I know, right? I have no idea what they were talking about either. Right now, the only possible way for us to get out of here is to reach the other side of Myers by taking an elevator from the basement and then going back to the lobby from there. I see. Then it seems that my assumptions were not wrong. Oh, they're different. Oh! I'm an idiot. A cupboard under a drawer. I opened it and took a look. There's nothing in it. What about the other one? Covered in. Open it. Nothing. Drawer. I opened it and took a look. There's nothing in it. That's disappointing. It had a lock on it, so I thought there would certainly be goodies inside. Not exactly wrong. Huh? What do you mean? Look here. Lock on this drawer has been pried open. You're right. Then it looks like someone has looted this place. Whoever broke the lock must have taken the good stuff inside. Right. A drawer. It's locked. A trophy. The trophy has a diamond shape engraved on it, but there isn't any text. Detective, who do you think this trophy is for? Not sure. Maybe it's for Employee of the Month. Employee of the Month? Perhaps the winner gets a free ticket to the basement. Ah ha 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 ha. Bruh. A boombox. I don't really feel like listening to the radio right now. I tried the door handle. The door itself doesn't seem to be locked, but because of the fixture on top, I couldn't open it. A rock hand, nothing special about it. Oh, oops. Rock hand, nothing special about it. Hey, did you notice? Huh? Something is different about this robotic hand. Come take a look. You see this? This one has an extra circle engraved in it. How did you notice that? Huh, you're right. But that's just a small detail. Does it really mean anything? Sure it does. Okay, so red circle. A device. Nothing. No, blah blah. So yellow diamond, red circle. Oh wait, I can use this. I unlock the drawer. What I find inside is a scalpel and a cassette tape. A cassette tape in a locked drawer? Detective, you know what this means, right? Collected items. Scalpel, cassette tape. Well, we can use this on that. I load the tape into the boombox and proceed to press the play button. The subordically sounds start to come out from it one by one. On June 20th at approximately 2300 hours, minor explosions, prison area. The whereabouts of Mars researcher sentenced for life remain unknown. The voice coming out was very faint and distinct. I could only make out a few vague words.
Huh?
What the hell is wrong with this boombox? I can't understand crap. Here, I'll fix it. With that, Zamono starts banging on the boombox. Zamono, wait! I try to protect the boombox with my arms. Eh? Oh, one of those dream sequences. On June 20th. On June 20th, 2081, at approximately 2300, several minor explosions occurred near the G4 Central Prison area, destroying part of the prison wall. The whereabouts of Winston Loomis, former Myers researcher and the mastermind behind the G4 cyborg incident, who was sentenced for life, remains unknown. The possibility that he died in the explosion cannot be ruled out until the site is clear. On June 21st, shut up! 2081, the police completed the cleanup of the explosion scene. Bionic prosthetic fragments and explosives were found, confirming that Winston had absconded. The fugitive is still at large, and the police have yet to find any information leading to his arrest. Okay. Ooh. Oh, it's these guys. My dear Vincent, tell me, this news doesn't have to be connected to you in any way, does it? I have no knowledge of this. I've only just heard about the news as well. Oh, is that so? Then would you mind explaining to me how this man is right here in your mansion? I just happened to run into Mr. Loomis on my way back. What an amazing twist of fate, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Loomis? Bruh. Winston Loomis. Oh, quite the twist of fate indeed. My dear Vincent Edgeworth, don't you know that Winston should be rotting in prison right now? What can I say? Sometimes I don't pay much attention to such minuscule details. Not paying enough attention. Can't be serious. Have you forgotten that you're the one who put Winston in prison? Vincent, look me in the eyes. You might have always been good at lying to other people, but we both know very well you could never do it in front of me. You've always been like that, and this is no exception. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've been looking you in the eyes this whole time. No, you haven't. I have. You haven't. I have. Just back and forth? Okay. You know, my friend, I would always support you no matter what choice you make. And I always have, ever since we met each other in college. But all of this is just pure madness. I understand. What Myers did to you is absolutely unforgivable. But do you realize there's also no turning back to the path you're going on? The moment you choose revenge, you're no longer different from your enemies. Vincent Edgeworth. It's already a miracle that you survived from that disaster. You can still achieve so much in your future. Do you really want to be at war with Myers forever? Do you really think you could take on the entire Myers Corporation on your own? Don't be ridiculous. You're just sacrificing your life for nothing. Well, then join me, Victor. What? Then join me. I need you. I may look like an idiot who's in over his head to you, but I just no longer wish to be pushed around. Do you really think Miles is going to let me go after all that? If I choose to do nothing now, I will definitely be dead sooner or later. If I succeed in mastering this technology, I can become the one in charge. I can become better than Miles. You're right, Victor. I can't do that on my own. I need the mind of Winston Loomis. But beyond that, I need another man. Someone I know I can trust. Someone I know I can entrust my life to. Vincent, have you gone mad? Don't you realize who I am? Do you understand how dangerous a decision like that is? I believe the world is a dynamic word. And eventually, you will realize that good and evil are but two changing rhythms. I trust you, Victor. I'm sure we can find the word that's just right. Interesting. That's right. How could I forget? Vincent Edgeworth never regrets his choice. But it's been a long time since I've seen you like that. It's going to be an incredibly long and difficult path. But this time, Vincent Edgeworth, I'm willing to walk alongside you. Thank you, Victor. What did you say? I couldn't hear you. I said, thank you. Oh, look, we almost forgot Mr. Loomis here the whole time. Looks like he's heard everything we've been saying. Speaking of which, what are you planning to do with this fellow? Perhaps we can throw him back in prison. Oh, what's the matter, my dear Vincent? What's that embarrassed look on your face? Victor, that's enough. By the way, I actually got a surprise for you. And these are some items I brought back from Winston's lab. I secretly broke open one of the drawers there when no one was around. In other words, you've known this whole time that Winston's escape from prison was my work. Well, you could say so. Edgeworth, why don't you take a moment and look through these? As for Mr. Loomis, just leave him to me for the moment. Okay, that's an interesting development. So they've got the Winston dude, the guy who was framed. Oh, stuff. Victor Blake. He intimidates me sometimes. He could read my mind without any difficulty and could even go as far as to anticipate my every move. He never needed Maya's mechanical prosthetics to be a superhuman. He already is one. Sometimes I can't help but wonder if I hadn't become friends with him back in college. If I never had him next to me when I needed him, how different would things be now? Where would I possibly be at this moment? I'd rather not think about it. Time is running out. I need to carefully examine all the items Victor has brought back. Pen. A fountain pen. The whole surface of the barrel is smooth, but only one side has a square engraved on it, which seems quite out of place. A leather notebook. The cover is engraved with a triangle. Every page of the notebook is filled with details of each day's experiments in neat handwriting. There's no doubt this was Winston's research journal. February 15th, 2080. Sunny. Subject number 5 received very severe rejection, accompanied by significant mental decline. The subject exhibited multiple symptoms of discomfort, including convulsions, screaming, and banging on the containment unit. Subjects number 1 and number 3 have currently stabilized and have not exhibited any signs of rejection. April 10th, 2080. Sunny. Subject number 5's mental condition deteriorated further, and a portion of the epidermis on the torso showed sign of decay. The subject made several attempts to destroy the containment unit and still showed no signs of improvement after food intake. Subject number 1 and number 3 are currently in a stable condition, with no rejection observed at this time. July 1st, 2080. Cloudy. Subject number 5's Subject number 5's physical condition has deteriorated to the point where only 30% of the body's surface still has skin. That's gross. If this subject continues to fail to demonstrate successful mechanization, we will remove its memory core. Subject number 3 is otherwise in good condition, but with abnormal refusal to take food today. Subject number 1 is currently in a stable condition with no rejection observed at this time. December 20th, 2080. Rainy. Subject number 5's memory core has been successfully dismantled, and the subject is temporarily sealed in its containment unit. We will dismember it at a later date and dispose of its body parts in the wastewater pool outside the G4 district. Subject number 1 and 3 are currently in stable condition, and no rejection is observed. January 12th, 2081. Sunny. Today, subject number 1 suddenly became unstable and violent and attempted to attack several researchers. The subject stabilized after the removal of the memory core and is now temporarily sealed in its containment unit. Subject number 3 remains stable at this time, but has yet to show any evidence of successful psychic linking. Interesting. Memory core, is it? Huh. Cards. Poker cards. The poker cards from the G4 district are a bit different from the more prevalent version. The more prevalent version originated from the G3 district with 4 suits: spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. On the other hand, the G4 version has a nature theme, for the 4 suits replaced by fire, trees, water droplets, and the moon. There's been many theories as to why this is, but there's still no definitive answer. However, this is quite ironic in my opinion, because the culture and purpose of G4 has nothing to do with nature at all. But more importantly, why would Winston Loomis bring a deck of cards to Mars Corporation, and specifically these 4? Every employee should know that it is strictly forbidden to carry non-work related items, let alone playing cards. What's even stranger is, these 4 cards happen to contain all 4 suits, and the numbers just happen to be from A to 4 as well. Obviously, this is some kind of hint that Winston was giving himself. It's some kind of code. 4A23? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Wine. Especially mixed martini. It has become more than a mere pleasure of taste for me. It's now a necessity of life. That was all the stuff, so. The boombox Victor brought in, I don't know what he was thinking. However, the news of Winston's escape is now widespread through the G4 district. This is not what I desired, but unfortunately, it is inevitable. And then we go back to reality. Let's see. The triangle was green. Was that Vincent's memory that I just saw? Hey, are you alright? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. come to think of it, I don't think she knows I have the ability to read memories yet. Yeah, she doesn't. You scared the crap out of me! You suddenly went expressionless and weren't moving an inch. You didn't even respond to me. Sorry I made you worry. I feel much better now. By the way, I seem to have worked out what the news recording on the tape was about. Oh, really? Let's hear it. What was it about? It's about Winston Loomis escaping from prison. That one innocent employee who was framed by Myers. Oh, I remember that. From what I heard, no one knows where that guy is up to this day. But detective, you have to watch out. I wouldn't have called him innocent if I were you. Eh? Why do you say so? It is indeed true that most rumors described him as an innocent employee who was framed by Myers Corporation. And I guess they were right to some extent. The experiments on the cyborgs were not the work of Winston alone. In fact, every core member of Myers Corporation was aware of the existence of the project. But together, they chose to frame that poor researchers so as not to be implicated themselves. However, what many people forgot to mention is, Winston was indeed one of the researchers involved in the experiment. Speaking of which, detective, you want to know a fun fact? Winston actually used to work right in this lab. Eh? I see. So Winston wasn't innocent after all. However, he was framed by other members of Myers Corporation to take the blame for the whole experiment. In July 2081, he managed to escape from prison with Vincent's help. Vincent mentioned that he needed Winston's knowledge, but also Victor's help to master a certain technology. On one hand, he wanted to use this technology to protect himself. On the other, he wanted to seek out his revenge on Myers. As to what kind of technology that is, I can make a good guess, but I still need to confirm my suspicion. In any case, let us continue this investigation. Alright, now we know what the code is, so... Hi. Alright, warning, the device will unlock automatically after entering the correct answer. Oh. Oh crap, wait, what order is the colors? That's actually a good question. Robotic arm, nothing special about it. Oh, it was the other ones. Rock arm, it has a circle engraved on it. So... maybe it's... red, yellow, green, no, that's not it. I mean, those are the right shapes, I think. Let's go back to Vincent's memory. Oh wait, hold on. The cards have to be the key here. 4A23? What the heck's that supposed to mean? Let me think. Fire, forest, water, mune. What order is this in? Or is it just, you know, in the order that, if I remember correctly, it was triangle, circle, square, diamond. Dang it. Well, let's go gambling! Do you know? The truth is... I can't use this item here. You can bet I'm going to use it on everything. Oh yeah, wait. There's a vent. I didn't even notice. Ventilation duct opening. Nothing special about it. Really? Then why point it out? Oh, there's another one. Nothing special about it. Maybe we can get out of here by crawling through this opening. I don't think we'll fit through. You mean you won't fit through? Or me? I don't think either one of us will fit through. Huh? For real? Ah, that voice. Let's think this logically. What order would it be in? Well, I mean, there's only so many orders it could be in it. Actually, yeah, what order does it need to be in? Trophy. Now, it has a diamond engraved in it, but there isn't any text. It's gotta be something with these cards. Oh, oops. I should probably save. Oh yeah, we got plenty of space. Oh wow, that goes far. Okay. Let me think. 2 black, 2 red. Four A, 2, 3. I tried the door handle, it doesn't seem to be locked. Because of the fixture on top, I couldn't open it. Okay. Interactables! The door to the legal department. The gate connects. I can't hear anything on the other side. Yeah. Okay, think. So maybe yellow, then red, then green, and blue? Or maybe... Or maybe... No. Oh, look at that! It worked! Not sure what the order was supposed to be, but whatever. I can't believe it! You're incredible! Yeah, I kinda am. I have solved the puzzle. Okay. But like, now what? Oh, the door unlocks. Alright, let's see what's in there. Jump scare. The room behind the door was much darker. My eyes had a hard time adjusting to the sudden darkness. Ew. Ah! What was that? I just stepped on some kind of wet, sticky substance. Blood. I bent down and tried to reach for it, but my arm was nicked by something sharp. Ouch. Are those shards of glass? That was when I suddenly realized there was a huge glass chamber standing in front of me. Inside it was... Yep, I had a feeling. Get back! Get back! Ugh. Ugh. Wow. Hey look, there's a man. Thank goodness, it looks like that thing is dead. Look there, someone's inside there. Huh? Someone's in that glass chamber in the middle. Oh, that's probably just a cyborg too. A cyborg, but they look as if they're... Detective, didn't you know? There are many kinds of cyborg. Many kinds? What do you mean? I'm not really an expert myself, but let me just read this part out for you. With that, Zimona took a journal from her notebook, from her pocket. Due to different bodies' varying ability to withstand semi-mechanization, the phenomenon of intellectual polarization often appears in each batch of experimental subjects that are able to withstand mechanization generally retain human facial features, and with their newly modified bodies, they exhibit superhuman abilities superior to those of ordinary humans. On the other hand, subjects that fail to successfully withstand mechanization exhibit severe intellectual degradation, thus making them behave like wild beasts. At the same time, the bodies of these failed subjects would exhibit an obvious rejection of mechanization, resulting in them often giving the impression that they were falling apart. We refer to these cyborgs that have lost their intelligence as husks. It is worth noting, however, that some of the experimental subjects seem to require an acclimation period. That is, their bodies exhibit repulsation similar to that of a husk when they first undergo mechanization. But as long as they are fed regularly and are given ample time, eventually their bodies will be able to successfully accept the modifications they were given. Thus, after each batch of experimental subjects have been modified, we tend to leave them in the secret chamber for a period of observation. If after that time the subject still does not demonstrate signs of successful mechanization, we would then dismember it and dump their body parts in the wastewater pool outside the G4 district. Let me just... Theory. Our character is a cyborg. That's just a theory. I have no proof for that, but I don't know. Just a guess. The above was recorded in an experimental journal I found here at the corporation. In other words, there are two kinds of cyborgs. The first kind looks like a monster because his body could not withstand mechanization, and the other is able to retain its intelligence and look exactly like a normal person because it is successfully transformed. Yes, but not only that. Pay attention to this next part. Since often only a small number of subjects possess the ability to withstand mechanization, we often have to dismember and discard most of the cyborgs in the chamber, and this is definitely very costly and burdensome to us. Therefore, thanks to the tireless efforts of several researchers, we successfully developed a method to create new types of cyborgs through genetic cloning technology. As a result, we no longer need to search for the minority that can withstand mechanization in batch after batch of experimental subjects. All we need to do is extract the genes of the subjects that have been successfully modified, and then we can produce them again, cloning them, basically. Nonetheless, since these new cyborgs do not possess any memory, we need to install a memory core inside them, giving them memories that do not exist, thus giving them a unique personality. These memories can be extracted from any existing employee to achieve the desired personality. In other words, there are cyborgs that are not directly modified from human beings, but are created through genetic cloning technology. But it's hard to tell them apart just by looking at them. You mean, it's possible there are cyborgs lurking around that look just like us ordinary humans? Yes, in a manner of speaking. That's crazy, bro. A cyborg. Thank goodness it's dead. A glass chamber. In it stands a cyborg that looks just like a human being. This gives me the creeps. A glass chamber. There's nothing in it. Oh, I don't know this. A blackboard. There's a lot of diagrams and text marked on it. Detective, you seen the string of numbers in the upper right corner? 1 equals 001, 2 equals 010, 7 equals 111. Is this decimal to binary conversion? Correct! The binary numeral system is widely used in computing technology to represent numbers with just two symbols, 1 and 0. For example, in binary, 1110 means 0 plus what? Means 0 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1 divided by 2 divided by 2, which is 6 in decimal. And 1111 means 1 blah 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 blah. Math. I see. In other words, we need to find the corresponding experimental subject binary in binary. What? Experimental subject number in binary. Okay. Uh-huh. The truth is... Yeah. I just need to figure everything out. Oh, okay. So, hold on. So, enter. System error. The containment unit for subject number 1 has been damaged. System error. Individual invalid subject number. What? But it's on the board. System error. Invalid subject number. I can do this all day. There's only so many combinations. Yes. Command received. Draining the containment unit for subject number 3. It's a woman. The already stifling atmosphere intensified as we caught the first glimpse of what was inside the glass chamber. Zamona was horrified at first, but her expression quickly changed to worry. But it was as if we had mutually agreed not to say anything to each other beforehand. We just stood in silence. I could sense Zamona was staring straight at me, but at that moment I was completely focused on the cyborg in front of me. Let's do this then. Okay. Oh, we're going to cut her open, aren't we? I took the scalpel that Zamona handed to me and started making deep cuts into the cyborg's body. Ew. Again and again and again. I felt emotions that I had never felt before well up inside me. But all Zamona did was just stare. She didn't utter a word. Before I realized it, the cyborg's chest was shredded to pieces. And revealed beneath her skin was a peculiar spherical device. I grabbed the sphere with my bare hand and pulled it out. Ew. This is what you wanted, right? This cyborg's memory core? Yes. I handed it to Zamona with my blood-soaked hand. Ew. Let's get the hell out of here. I can't stand in here anymore. Detective, are you alright? Detective? Stop calling me detective! You don't even know who I am! You saw it too. The cyborg we just saw. She looked exactly like me. I had a feeling. I don't even know who you are, Zamona. I don't remember anything at all. I thought coming here would find me the answers I wanted, but now I just feel completely lost. I would be someone who doesn't even exist. Just one of a million other identical cyborgs. Jericho was right all along. I shouldn't even be here to begin with. Even with my sudden breakdown, Zamona didn't show 1 ounce of anger with me. After a moment of silence, she started to speak. You feel like the truth you seek is meaningless now, don't you? You've lost all hope, simply because you're worried that you're merely a replica. You shouldn't let your past define you. Right. There's no way to be certain if you are or aren't the detective I met. But whoever each of us is, it's up to us. The moment you open your eyes, you're who you are, and not just anyone else. So what if there's someone else, someone somewhere in the world who looks exactly like you? It's each of our own unique experiences that make up who we are, isn't it? This moment, only you and I are standing here. This experiments belongs to just us, and no one else. What motivates each of us to go on with our lives is the countless exciting possibilities that lie in store. And in the near future, you're bound to meet new people, make new friends. Maybe they'll become your family. People who are willing to sacrifice their lives for you. People who would sacrifice their lives for me? Zamona's words were somehow very reassuring. It was very different from how I had imagined her to be. I never thought I would hear such words from you. Probably because I picked up something during my previous profession. Huh? Don't worry too much about it. It's irrelevant now. Anyway, thanks a lot for your help. You have no idea how important this device is to me. Simona, why do you need the cyborg's memory core? It's a long story. You said you lost all your memories, but seeing that you found your way into Myers, I think it's safe to assume you've heard the urban legends about the G4 district. G4 district's urban legend? Do you mean the infamous G4 cyborg incident? Close. But I'm thinking particularly about the end of that legend. It should sound something like this. To this day, people still mysteriously vanish in the G4 district. Rumors say that the spirits of the victims from the experiment still wander the streets, taking the lives of those unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. I remember. Right. You don't need me to tell you. And you don't need me to tell you that ghosts don't exist. These recent disappearances in the G4 district are the deliberate work of a certain someone as well. Are you suggesting that Myers Corporation is behind these recent disappearances as well? The Myers Corporation that is continuing Operation Covertly? Yeah, something like that. But here's the thing. A lot of details about these cases are different from the original G4 cyborg incident. In the G4 cyborg incident, Myers Corporation turned their own employees into cyborgs and kidnapped ordinary citizens to use as cattle feed. But most of the people who go missing nowadays aren't ordinary citizens. It's people who either had a history with Myers or were former employees of Myers. Did Myers Corporation turn them into cyborgs as well? Or were they just used as cattle feed? If they were all somehow once associated with Myers, it makes sense that Myers would simply want them gone. Precisely. With many people believing that this series of disappearances is just the work of one person, a dangerous criminal who's extremely careful, so much so that they've never left a single fingerprint behind or a clue as to what really happened to the victims. And this person is known as the most wanted criminal in G4 district. As for how they are connected to Myers, no one is really sure, but there's one person who has seen them that is still alive. Only one person. Who's that? That person is me. Gasp! Yes, the most wanted criminal in the G4 district messed up once, and I was there when it happened. It was a dark and windy night. I had just gotten back to my apartment building. I was about to go inside to relax. But as I was walking past an apartment on the same floor, the power went out. The hallway was enveloped in complete darkness. I couldn't see anything around me. Just then, I heard blood-curdling screams accompanied from what sounded like flesh being torn off the bone from the apartment next to me. A person rushed out of the apartment and brushed past me. They were in such a panic I wasn't even sure if they noticed my presence. Shortly afterwards, the power came back on, but that person was long gone. And the hallway that had been spotless beforehand was completely different as the power was restored. The walls and floor were painted red with blood, and the apartment's door, which had previously been closed, was half ajar. Holy crap, this is serious. Without thinking much, I pushed open the door of the apartment to check in on my neighbor. And what I saw before me was the most horrible thing I ever seen in my life. A man on the floor, his body shredded to bits. The room was strewn with pieces of his bodies and entrails. But that wasn't even the worst part of it. The scariest thing was, even though his head was completely detached from his body, his mouth was still opening and closing, as if he were desperately trying to catch his breath. Hey, hang in there. I'll call an ambulance right away. Not gonna do much, but okay. I impulsively rushed to help him, even though I knew very well that it was too late. Oh, sorry. Dropped the voice. Just then, some of the neighbors had heard the scream and rushed over. My attempt to help the victim was misunderstood. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Murderer! She's a murderer! Grab her! Don't let her get away! Wait, I can explain. But it was too late for me to say anything. And then, what happened after that? After that, as embarrassing as it sounds, I became G4's most wanted criminal. Although I managed to escape from the G4 police, it's getting so much harder to find a new apartment these days. G4 doesn't sound like a very nice city to live in. Just accused of murder just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But please believe me, I really wasn't the person who killed him. I wouldn't even hurt a fly. I believe that, honestly. I believe you, Zimona. But then, you didn't actually get a good look at him either. You're right. The corridor was completely dark when I met him. I didn't get to see what he looked like either. If that's the case, how can you be sure that the killer is the same person who was responsible for the recent series of disappearances in G4? Honestly, I can't. But I remember learning that the victim, my neighbor, was Dr. Richard Anneman, a former employee of Myers. And, as always, the police found no fingerprints from any suspects at the scene. Of course, except for mine. That's too much of a coincidence, don't you think? So my guess is, the killer was originally going to kidnap Dr. Annan and murder him somewhere else. But for some reason, he screwed up that time. So he killed Mr. Annan in a hurry and ran away. What's even more interesting is, the way Dr. Annan was murdered was very similar to how the core members were killed in the G4 cyborg incident. They were all ripped to pieces. So it's quite possible that this is the same person who got away with killing the core members. Then the reason you were looking for the cyborg's memory core is... Yes, as I was saying, many of the victims of the recent unexplained disappearances had some connection to Myers. It's hard not to conclude that the murderer also had a very close relationship with Myers. And each of the cyborgs that Myers produced through cloning will have a memory core. Each device stores certain memories, giving the cyborgs the personalities they would lack otherwise. Most of these memories are extracted from Myers' employees. I understand now. You want to find the real murderer by reading the memories from each memory core, thus proving your innocence. Exactly. Not just for my own sake, but also for the safety of the G4 district. I will keep searching until I find the truth, even if it's Myers Corporation who's behind all this. Okay. Alright, that's all I have to say. Anyway, thanks again for helping me out. Go ahead and take this key card. I took the key card to the legal department that Simona handed to me. She didn't hand the legal department to me, of course. I'm referring more to the card that she handed to me. But are you still going to continue your investigation? You know, if you want to get out of here with me right now, that wouldn't be impossible. Huh? But isn't the gate to the lobby closed? I know, but the truth is, I accidentally forgot about this. Zimona took a watch out of her pocket. A watch? Oh, darling, this watch is more than meets the eyes. It was originally a gift from an old friend of mine, but I had made a few modifications to it. Just by wearing it, I can teleport myself at... Really? You forgot to mention that? I had to do all that puzzle and you could just teleported? Really? How did you forget something that's important? But the downside is, it can teleport me anywhere. What do you mean? As in, I can't decide where I'll be teleported to. Hehe. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Bruh. I was once teleported inside a men's bathhouse. Incredibly embarrassing situation. But hey, there's risk with anything. Wouldn't you agree? So, are you going to come with me? Let's get the hell out of here. I'm sorry, Simona. I can't just leave. There's this person that, I can't remember how we're connected or why, he was willing to risk his life for me. That person is currently trapped in the Myers lobby. I'm worried about him. I see. Do you want me to come with you? No, Simona. That'd be too dangerous. It's all my fault. I should never have come here. I can't get another one of my friends involved. I want to get them hurt. I understand. If that's the case, promise me that you'll take care of yourself. Hope we can meet again someday. Maybe then, you'll be able to tell me your real name. I'll see you later, miss. Whenever you get your memories back, be sure to tell me all the stories from your past, alright? Of course. Goodbye, Simona. Well, there she goes. She's gone. Wonder where she'll be teleported to this time. Well then, it's time for me to push forward as well. Next stop, the legal department. Alright. Investigation completed. Successfully located Cyborg's memory core. Here we are, the legal department. It's hard to believe that Vincent used to work here. Huh? Wait a second. In the distance, is that an elevator? As Mona had told me, the only way to get back to the Myers lobby now is to take the elevator to the basement, then return here from the other side. So it seems that this is what she was talking about. However, come a long way. Should I investigate this place first? But what's the point? I've now lost the confidence I had when I was confronting Draco in the Myers lobby. Not sure if I want to know the truth anymore. You have to realize, losing your memories could also be a blessing. Countless people are imprisoned by their own memories, try their best to let go, yet cling to them at the same time. But you, on the other hand, are given a second chance. Isn't that wonderful? I'll be honest, even I'm getting a little bit jealous. How did you end up here, dear? I regret to inform you, I don't know either. The truth is, my butler was the one who heard peculiar knocking sounds on the door last night. When he went to open it, he saw you face down on the stairs, unconscious. Your seemingly commendable courage is nothing more than ignorance wrapped up in a pretty package. You have absolutely no clue what you're about to face. Do you really believe you can face up all the dangers that are coming your way? Do you really believe you can accept the truth that will be revealed? Vincent, Victor, and Draco. How many lies are there all around me? Why is it like that? Why is everyone lying to me? Ever since I woke up in this mansion, I've been deceived again and again. Why? Why are all of you lying to me? What am I doing? I don't have time to think about this right now. Since I'm already here, I might as well take a look around first. I started to briefly read through some of the documents I found. Huh. These documents are from the legal department. I really don't understand them at all. Ah! Hold on a second. The nameplate on this table. Vincent Edgeworth, Chief Legal Officer. So then, this used to be Vincent's office table? On the table is a note and a glove. The note looks brand new, and therefore seems out of place compared to the rest of the files here. Someone could have just recently left it here. Was Simona the one who put it here? I picked up the note from the desk. Dear my lovely Dia, how are you doing? I'm just joking. Of course I know you're not doing well because you lost all your memories. So, do you want to get all your memories back? Ugh! I know you do. In that case, I've left you a small gift. I'm sure it'll help you a lot in setting back what you want. An old friend who wishes to remain anonymous. Huh. A gift for me? Must be referring to the glove next to it. For some reason, I was blasted with a wave of anxiety. Objective, put on the glove. Well, before I do that, I'm going to eat some lunch. So, well, I'm going to do that. But first, let's check out... No one! Okay. Don't worry, I'll be back. I just want to eat some lunch for now, so... Don't worry. See you guys later. What the heck is what? What's going on with the display? Why did it kick me out of the? Yeah, that's